I'm Officer Houston with the Bracebridge OPP Marine Unit. The reason we asked you to stop this morning and this afternoon is to do a vessel safety check. So
we encapsulate it in the phrase, boaters always care. And by that we mean all boaters, all types of boaters, paddlers, sailors, power boaters, and always ensuring that you boat thinking 360 degrees, not just ahead of you. Certainly you have to be concerned about what's coming up, but also what's behind you. What are you leaving behind? Your wake and the noise that you leave behind. And then caring, you have to care about your passengers, care enough to have the right safety equipment on your vessel, and care about the other boaters who are on the water and the people on shore. So that means showing respect and sharing the lake.
We do our checklist, make sure that we've got our boating license and paddles and bailer and whistle and all the stuff, life jackets and everything that we need, because we know that it's strict on the water and we want to be safe, and it's good for everyone to make sure they follow those rules.
well, people should know that before they head out onto the water that they have to make sure they have all the proper safety equipment. And all that safety equipment is there in case there's a need to use it if somebody goes overboard or in something like that. So every person the operator is required to make sure that there's a personal flotation device or life-saving device on board for every person, and that it's of appropriate size and in proper working order. And depending on the size of the boat, they typically have to have a bailer or a manual bilge pump. They have to have 15 meters of buoyant heaving line that floats. They have to have a paddle or an anchor. And they obviously have to have their pleasure craft operator card, or proof of competency as we call it.
You don't want to be out there and have your life in danger because someone else is being stupid either, right? It's about keeping everybody safe.
If you're driving fast close to shore, then you're also creating a lot more noise and you're creating risk for swimmers and paddlers. Adjust the trim of your engine. You can get a little bit more power. You can get more efficiency just by adjusting the trim, and that means that you don't have to bang the throttle down quite as hard and you don't make as much noise. And then the third thing is there's something called a captain's choice or silent choice muffler that bypasses your muffler system. And what we're saying is, since it's not legal to use one of those systems unless you're more than 5 nautical miles offshore, you can't be 5 miles offshore in the Muskoka Lakes, so you need to permanently disable that system.
Our primary focus at this time of the year with the logging weekend is to educate people, to give them the opportunity to make sure they have all their proper safety equipment. And as the season goes on, and we tend to enforce the waters and the regulations more strongly. And the other thing that we also look for every time we stop a vessel is for alcohol offenses under the Liquor License Act. It's illegal to have any open alcohol in a vessel unless you have permanent cleaning, permanent sanitary, and permanent cooking, and you're actually moored or anchored. So for most of the vessels that we see here in Muskoka, they don't have those typical facilities. They're smaller boats, so it's important to recognize that you can't have open alcohol, you can't consume open alcohol on a boat.
Boating should be fun. We're all boaters in Safe Quiet Lakes, and we love boating. All it takes is a little consideration, a little respect, and that's what the Muskoka boating culture is. Boaters always care.
Have a nice
Happy
weekend.
Muskoka. Happy long weekend.